All right, welcome back everyone to a new series on the channel. As you can see, um, we are finally back. I took a couple of days off there, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just for the 4th of July holiday here in the States. I was putting out daily episodes, and I figured that it was about time to take a little bit of time off and just, have some time to spend with friends and family and just kick back and relax. But we're now back into the zone, and we're cutting ties with MC Eternal. We are done with that series, and we are jumping into Ocean Outlast. This is actually Ocean Outlast Expert. There is a light version as well, which is a little bit easier. This is the harder version, obviously, because of the expert naming in it. But this was recommended to me by one of our followers over on Twitch, Kevin. He's actually the Modpack author. He frequently drops in on the streams. And I played it over there on Twitch, and actually my link is in the description over to Twitch if you're interested in that. But I played it over there, and I actually really got into it. I like it a lot. I was debating if I wanted to make it into a series or not, because it is very much like SkyBlocks, and I know that not everyone is into that, but doing a little bit of research on it and just considering it a little more, I figured it would be a fun time. So let's jump into the game before I ramble too much on this home screen here. I already set up a world for us just to cut that time down there. Obviously, we have our stream one here. Haven't played in a little bit here, but like I said, I took a couple days off. So let's go into our Let's Play world. So like I was mentioning, Ocean Outlast Expert, you can actually get it from the Curse Forge extension over on Twitch. I do understand that that will be changing because Twitch sold off that portion of their business. But for the time being, you can find it over there. Just type in Ocean Outlast Expert, should pop right up for you. And it is very much like a SkyBlock type scenario, but you're obviously in an ocean. That's why it's called Ocean Outlast. So you spawn on an island to begin with, and this is where we have spawned. You can see from our map that we are clearly on an island here. And what you do is you start off with very, very minimal resources. They are kind enough, Kevin was kind enough to give us the basic tools. You have a sword, a pickaxe, an axe. You do have a sapling, and it says don't lose me. It's specifically named don't lose me. I'll get back to that in a second. You do get a dirt block and then a quest book as well. But obviously quest book, it can always be accessed through your inventory here. You go up to quests, and you can see it all in here. So it is a SkyBlock quest-based, Feed the Beast quest-based mod pack. And it has a ton of stuff in here, and it's constantly being updated, which is awesome. I think between the time I started playing it on stream, which was maybe a week or two ago, and just mid last week, Kevin had already pushed out a new update for it, which actually revamped all of these intro quests here, which we're going to jump into today. But yeah, so we get a sapling and a dirt block, because you have a chance that you might spawn on an island that doesn't have dirt or doesn't have trees. So they're kind enough to kind of help you out in that situation where something like that might occur and give you both of those to start with, to just an in case, a fallback in the off chance that something were to happen that would be very bad. This is, like I said, expert, so it is a little bit harder to do, and I am going to cut away some of the fat of it, meaning a lot of the tedious work I won't show on camera. But obviously, to get started, we're going to start with getting some wood. There is ore excavation or vein miner, whatever you want to call the mod. It's the same difference. I did need to remap it on mine, and sometimes it gets a little funky. Sometimes it works fine. Sometimes it doesn't work fine. I don't know why that is. I noticed that on my stream. But like, yeah, I feel like you basically just need to be holding something in your hand. If you do it without anything in your hand, it will not work right. But since I had wood in my hand, it worked perfectly fine. So the first quest here actually is info. So let's jump into this first and let's read through it, because it does give you some rewards to start off your adventure here in this mod pack. So thank you for playing Ocean Outlast. The quest chapters are somewhat set up in an order to help with progression. Each quest is recommended to be followed in a chapter order, but you have full freedom to jump around as you please. Also use commands like /home/set home slash RTP and slash back to give you a better ability to survive in this evil world. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention there's only a few ores. So in order to complete this task, you just click this button right here and you get all the rewards. And we actually got a couple extra ones because we already collected wood. So we get a pig spawner, we get a cow spawner, we got a common crate, and a jackpot machine, which I believe those are new. I don't remember those in the original quest rewards, but he did say they got completely revamped. So then we did get wood. So wood is the most basic but needed material to make sure to get enough of it, obviously. And then this is the other tip that they give. Make a water-powered saw to get more material out of your logs. We're definitely going to be doing that. So we're going to get a little oak wood, some monies, and a common crate here. Now let me get the wooden tools as well. So the wooden tools was automatically given to us because they give us those when we start. So kind of a freebie here, which is nice. You just get some extra wood and a common crate. And then they even talk about it here. Some more tips. So really, when you get started, even though they say you have the freedom to do as you please, as you're starting off, you're really going to want to pay attention to a lot of these quests because they give you a lot of useful tips. Now, first and foremost, let's get these bad boys off our inventory because they're not going to, we don't want to spawn those right just yet. So I want to set up on an island that is somewhat far away from things because mobs will spawn and they're not fun. Mobs in this game are not fun, especially when you're starting off. So yeah, I think we'll clear off this island. But before we go too far, I did want to make some notes here. So first and foremost, as I was obviously reading through this, I was kind of adding in, changing some of the grammar here. This mod pack is still in active development. You have to take it with a grain of salt. There is some of the wording in here that just needs to be reestablished, re-looked at, which is perfectly fine. I've talked to Kevin on it before and he says he knows. So he is going to be working with that to eventually get everything sorted out. He is from, I believe, Norway, if I'm recalling correctly. Sorry, buddy, if you're watching this after the fact and I messed that up. But we chat on stream pretty often. So anyway, let me get this island cleared off. Let's get settled in with a preliminary base, and then we'll get going on some of our next steps. All right, guys. So I've spent a little bit of time getting a base all set up, as you can probably see from what's in front of us. And I have to say, I already died 2 times doing this. We got attacked by some creature, and it did not end well for us. It took quite some time to get him defeated, but this is what we got going so far. I did use a lot of wood resources, which actually I would not recommend doing unless you're in a place like where we spawn, where we have a decent abundance of wood right now. I mean, we have some over there, we have some over there, and I have planted some more dark oak trees here, some dark oak saplings, so we can grow some more trees. And I had plenty of wood on me. I mean, we still have over 1.5 stacks of normal wood, but wood is extremely valuable, and when you craft it into planks, you only get 2 from the normal recipe, and we'll get into that in just a minute. So like I was showing you guys, we got our little hut set up here. It is just a 9x9, probably the most basic setup that you could have when you start off, other than digging into the ground. But digging into the ground does present a new obstacle for you guys in this mod pack, and I'll try to demonstrate it out here. So let's get rid of some of these dirt blocks here. Just like normal, we're just going to go through and we're going to take them out because they're in our way. We don't need them here. You know, let's just clear them out. And for the most part, you know, things are going to go fine. You're going to get out a decent amount of them. And I hope that it works for me. Watch it just not work for me for whatever reason. Because I was running into this problem quite a bit before, and of course now it's not gonna work for me. But basically, when you mine through dirt like how I am right now, there is a chance that you will run into a dirt slime that you'll then have to kill. And of course, like I said, we're getting extremely lucky now and not running into any of them. But before I was running into an abundance, and that's actually why I left the floor of my hut as dirt, because realistically I would have run into a lot of these bad boys. But of course, why would they start spawning now? Why would we have a problem with them now? But yeah, there is a chance that you could have those guys spawn. And actually, you know what, maybe the best thing for me to do to demonstrate this for you guys, excuse me, Mr. Cow, is if we go over to this island over here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna ore vein, which or excavate, which I should have something on my inventory for, all this grass. And as you can see, we got one that actually spawned for us there. So it's called the Kendril Knight. And yeah, they have a chance to spawn when you get rid of dirt. And they're no fun. They suck. They're not fun to take out. You're going to be sitting here, especially low level, early game. It's going to take a while to get through these guys. And if you don't have the right tools like we no longer have, yeah, it's going to take some time. But we were able to get through it pretty easily. And then we can just replace our blocks here. Just like so. And then get our trees replanted. Wow, I guess we took out a lot more than what I thought we did. So let me just get this filled in here. Just like so, and we're good to go. We're definitely going to want to get back inside, because once it starts getting night, bad things start coming out here. And unfortunately, I do not have any kind of light to keep us, you know, to keep things bright here. So we're going to have to keep working through the night, unfortunately, here. But I did craft up some wood chests, so we can get that progression as well. So making a chest is a great place to store things, obviously. They do recommend that you looking into making drawers or crates as soon as your chests are starting to get fuller. For us, for now, it's perfectly fine to start with what we got. And we do get Kev's Lost Chest in a reference to Kevin, the mod author. So jumping back into here, like I said, things get a little bit tricky. So we did our wood collection already, but they suggested making a water-powered saw. So doing this will allow you to get more wood per, or more planked wood per wood that you get. So that is definitely something that we're going to want to do. And it actually is a progression here. It's a little bit farther down on the progression, but I don't think that you need to be, yeah, you don't need to be that far. Oh, you do need to be. Okay. So you do need to get the clay kiln first. I was going to say, I don't think you need to progress that far in order to get it up and going, but you do have to have a clay kiln. So as you can see as well, this takes what's it called? Like, it takes items from the primal tech, different ways of doing things, in order to get your end product. So they want you starting with something that is a little more basic than a furnace to get going. And we do have the furnace on here. But then it gets a little bit tricky with the furnace as well. So first and foremost, let's go through some of these rewards we got before we jump into the next thing that we're going to be doing. So we'll open Kev's Lost Chest. We got a curry leaf seed. Thanks a lot, Kevin. I really appreciate that. It was not that great. We do have a rare loot bag here. So we got some copper, an enchanted scroll of preservation, some rubber tree saplings, which could be good down the line, and then a summoning pendulum. Interesting. I don't know what that is. But we can pretty much stick all of that stuff away for the time being. It's not going to be useful. Another tip that I should give you guys that I ran into, if you try to open your loot bags when you're facing any kind of block, it doesn't open. As you can see, we're just clicking away and it's not opening. What you're going to want to do is make sure you're not touching any block, so you're not highlighting any block, and then you can open it just like so. So we got some juniper saplings, obsidian, diamond, horse armor, and then some more seeds. We can stick those away, and as you see, as we're completing stuff, we're also getting different achievements, because you do need to keep in mind there is also the normal Minecraft achievements as well. You can look through these as you please. So then we have the jackpot machine. We got 2,000 coins. That's actually pretty nice. And then a couple common ones here. We got some sands, some bone, and then an iron hammer. Actually, that sounds pretty good. What is this? I think we can use this to mine in a 3x3 area, if I am not mistaken. But that's pretty cool. We got some good stuff out of that. I do also want to mention that unlike a SkyBlock, this does have dungeons in it. So we will get to the point where we have dungeons. And I guess I should run you guys through some of these on the side here to show you what we have. So we have Ex Nihilo, we have Tinkers, Mechanism, Fossils and Archaeology, Industrial Craft 2, Actual Additions, Environmental Tech, Botania, Extended Crafting, Thaumcraft, genetics reborn, I believe. Tiny progression, Ender IO, simple storage network, thermal, bewitchment, flux networks, agricraft, I can say things, mystical agriculture, applied energistics, projecte, as I like to say, and then challenges on the very end here, which is just your normal challenges. A lot of our stuff will be in the intro, and then obviously the Ex Nihilo as we get going here, because we are going to need to use sifts, and they got the heavy boy in here. Was it always named the heavy boy, or am I just noticing that now? And of course it's raining on us. I thought I heard something. We're going to want to be extremely cautious of mobs as well, because yeah, they just do a ton of damage, and we're not in a good state yet. So let's try to keep our distance from most everything. We're actually probably going to want to board up our walls relatively soon just to be safe. The other tip that I should give, which I don't know if he added in yet or not. He did. He added in over here, which is actually pretty cool. He added a bunch of info in here, but it's the Feed the Beast claims. So you want to make sure that you're claiming your area, especially when you get started in this mod pack, because of the mobs. There are mobs that will destroy the environment. There are explosive creepers. There are creepers that toss TNT, etc., etc. So make sure you claim your chunks. You can also set them to be chunk loaded. So if you were to ever leave those chunks, whatever you have running, any machines or anything like that will always keep running. And this kind of just runs through it here. I'm not going to read it. If you want to read through it, feel free to, but you can just click off on that and you get a nice common crate here. We also have the Aztec Tome here. So these are all freebies here. So the Aztec Tome is awesome to get going because it will hold all of the books that you get from the different mods. I'm sure many of you are aware of that. We'll grab that for free. We have our skill book, where he says, you ever wanted to upgrade your abilities via experience? Well, now you can. And I think I've done a little bit of that before. We also have a food book. This is from Spice of Life, Carrot Edition. It shows you the stats about health earned and how much new food you have eaten or you need to eat to gain more hearts, and also foods not eaten and foods that you still need to eat. It just goes through a lot of good stuff for you, so it's good to have. We also have, oh no, I lost my book, which will give you another skill book. We don't need to do that, so I'm not going to. This lost coin tab is for a common issue in the Feed the Beast money currency. Sometimes if you load in, it'll show that you don't have any money. Well, the nice thing is they give you a freebie reward in here. You can come in here and claim this. So it'll restore all your money. Now I think you might only be able to do it once it's load in. Like you might have to reload the game for it to work again. But I'm not going to use it until I absolutely have to. If you ever ran into that problem, you could also just complete a different quest if you wanted to. Also, they do have a Discord channel. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out for them as well. The guys over there are pretty cool from what I hear, and they have some pretty interesting topics discussing. And if you have questions, you can obviously go over there. But anyway, I'm getting distracted going through all of this stuff. There is a lot in this mod pack, and there's a lot of stuff that we need to get through. It's going to take us a while to do so. So I think our next bet is either going to be our clay kiln or our hot pocket. I think hot pocket is going to be our first best bet. So let's do that. So, wait. Stone to make a furnace. Yep, that is correct. Let me explain. So, basically, you need to start with a stone grill. This needs to have a fire underneath it. It doesn't have a GUI or anything like that, so it is very similar to some of the other primal mods that you've seen out there. Like Subtech Aegis had something very similar. So you just have to put the stick bundle underneath the grill, and then it will turn the cobblestone into stone. And that is what you need in order to actually make a stone furnace. So let me show you here. It is also good to bookmark things as you go. Very, very useful. So stone here. Obviously that is what we need. That's not what I was looking for though. I'm getting things mixed up. So furnace. Oh god, that cow scared me. So you do need any stone here, and this cow is just pushing into us like crazy. So it rotates through all the different stone that you could use, but your main thing you want to look for, the bottom line there, accepts any stone. So we do need 8 stone in order to do this. We're going to put that on here. And the best way to actually go about getting these, the stone grill and the stick bundle, is to click on it right from that quest, and then hover over it, hit A to bookmark it, escape to go back, and do the same with the stick bundle. I would recommend having at least the stick bundle highlighted for some time, because fire is going to be something that is kind of hard to continuously come by. Especially for us right now, we're having a little bit of a hard time with rain, which is no bueno. So let me get some of these, because really what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to cover our roof here. So let me do that really quick. Alright, so I got a roof going here, and I went out and I collected some grass for what we're going to need next. I also used wooden shears. So let me run you through a few things here. So to get the stick bundle that we need, oh there we go, there's a nice Windows update for you, interrupting me during a recording. Thank you, Windows. But anyway, to get a stick bundle, we need sticks, obviously, and then either twine, silk thread, or string. Now, silk thread is a little interesting. You need silk cocoons. It just gets a little interesting with that portion of it. So honestly, what I would recommend is twine, because it's probably one of the easiest, especially if you don't have string, which obviously string you would need from a spider. So this is probably the easiest way thus far that I've deceived yet. So plant fibers, how do you get them? Well, you need grass and then a bone knife. Well, how do you get a bone knife? Bone shard and a stick. Pretty easy, right? But then how do you get that bone shard? Doesn't say. Well, I know how to do it for you. So you want to come back in here, and we need to divert off of our path of our hot pocket and actually get a wooden club, because with the wooden club we can then get bone shards, and then it takes us on this path down here. So wooden club, it's used to obtain bone shards. Pretty straightforward. So not every kill will drop a shard. It's suggested to first hit mobs with a sword to lower their health, and then kill them with a club. So it works on all mobs, even the annoying dirts. So those ones that I brought up before, you can even take those bad boys out. And I forgot to bookmark this. Hang on, let's go in here. Let's bookmark it so we can easily get into it and make it. And bada bing, bada boom, we have our club. Now the other thing that we're definitely going to want to get another one of is a sword. So there we go. Now, I guess our best bet would maybe just to be trying mobs that won't completely annihilate us when we try to take them out. And it did stop raining for us, luckily. So let's do this guy. We got him pretty low down. The club's not going to do a lot of damage, so you just want to be cautious of that. As you can tell. There we go. Got him taken out. We did get a lizard leg, and we got our bone shard that we needed. So we actually got pretty lucky. On the first one, we got the bone shard that we needed. So we can make our bone knife, and then make our plant fibers. Unfortunately, the bone shard does not, or the bone knife does not last that long. It only has a 10 durability. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that you keep hunting for those bad boys. But it did give us enough to get the twine that we needed. Just like so. And then from that, we should be able to get our stick bundle, which is perfect. And I carved out a little place right here, a little bit farther away from our wood, just to be safe. I didn't want everything to burn down on us here. And then I'm actually going to plant those just like that, or place those, I should say, not planting. We're not planting dirt here. The other thing I do want to mention is that getting the grass, like I said, I used wood shears. These are amazing. They're easy to get. They only take 2 blocks of wood and then some sticks, and they're just super convenient. I highly would recommend those to get your grass when you're going for those. So the next thing that we need is our stone grill. Now this is where, once again, it's not easy or as straightforward as we would hope it would be. So we need cobblestone slabs, but then we also need double compressed cobblestone. You need 81 blocks per one of these, 81 blocks. So if we do some quick math right there, that's 243 pieces of cobblestone just there, adding on then the 3 additional ones. So what? 246, so we can get the slabs as well. It's gonna take some time. Let's actually collect our rewards here. Yeah, it's gonna take some time, unfortunately. But they talk about this. This seems useless. So we want to go out, we want to mine to get some cobblestone, obviously. But all of the vanilla tools have been nerfed. So there's no need to worry though, as they say right here. They don't force tinkers, which is obviously what most people would default to. They also do the all-in-one tools, or AIoT, which is awesome. And they do give you a gift upon completion of this. So we do want to get a stone pickaxe. So continuing on our path of getting what we need, we're going to have to collect a lot of cobblestone. We're going to have to complete that quest. So our best bet would probably be to try to go over to this island and mine some stuff from there, or to actually start mining down over here so that we can get to a place where we have some cobblestone. Now this one might be a little bit tricky to do. We're starting to get a little bit here, but obviously we have to go through all of this dirt and some of this sand to get down there. So what I'm thinking I'll do is I'll cut away once again, knock out some of this boring stuff that most of you probably don't want to be watching. And then when we come back, hopefully we'll be a little bit closer to at least getting our stone grill so that we can get up and running our what we need to get the components for our furnace. So guys, with that being said, we'll be right back. Alright guys, after some digging, I got everything that we need to get our grill up in place. Obviously it's nighttime right now, so it's kind of dark out, but I figured I would run through some other things before we jumped into making the grill. So first and foremost, I did complete the quest to get the all-in-one tool. If anyone was curious on how they are made, you just make one of each of the tool for the respective material. So for this case, it's stone. So we need to make a stone axe, pickaxe, shovel, sword, and hoe, and that'll get you the all-in-one tool, which will give you 250 durability out of that, which is really nice. You'll be making a lot of these, so I recommend just having it ready. Make sure that you know how to do it because it will come in useful. Realistically though, for this tool, the best durability and the easiest one to get relatively soon in the game is the obsidian one. However, we're not getting that today, obviously. The next thing I want to address is I did make a handheld crafting table. This is pretty easy to make as well. You just need a crafting table and a stick, and then you have crafting anywhere you go. Makes it super easy, and you will get a progression achievement from that under the extended crafting tab here. It just gives you a little bit of money if you were interested in that. So with all that being said, I think I covered pretty much everything. I do have my apples here, which I have been eating for food, but we got everything together that we need, so we should be able to put this together. We get our stone grill, and we can place that right there. Now you do want to leave this one panel gap, I believe, or actually you do not need to leave this one panel gap. Good thing I caught myself on this, and unfortunately, if I break this, it kind of breaks everything for you, but you don't lose all of your items, so don't worry too much about it. You don't lose all the materials you used to make the stick bundle. You still have all of them. For whatever reason, it just doesn't break into that bundle. Basically, you're just breaking the bundle into its normal components, which I don't know, it's kind of weird. But when doing this, what I recommend, you put some wood underneath of it there, and you put it like that. Because basically, the wood bundle will burn into the flame block, and then the wood underneath will act as a source of fuel for that flame. So we have our stick in hand here, we have everything set up. So you just want to click on it a couple times like so. You can see it start to smoke, and then there we go. Now you want to act fast, and you're going to want to toss in as many as you need. Okay, interesting. I've never seen that happen before. That pretty much instantly burned up on us there. I don't know if that's an issue. We'll try a different type of wood here, and we'll put that down, and we should have everything we need to make another stick bundle. That's actually really strange. I've not had that happen to me before. Let's try this again. Hopefully it works. Otherwise, we might be in a tough spot here. Okay. Now this should work. I don't know why it went out. Yeah, it just instantly goes out for some reason. All right, hold on 1 minute, guys. All right, guys, I don't know what the issue here is. So I set everything up right, but for whatever reason, our stick bundle just burns out pretty instantaneously here. Let me get some more sticks here. And I mean, we can try again. We're unfortunately running out of sticks here, and unfortunately we might have to end the episode on kind of a bummer of a note, but obviously I can reach out to Kevin if there is a problem. I don't know what I would be doing wrong here, because we're leaving enough space so it makes the flame directly underneath of it. And I took everything else away so that we're not getting, you know, we're not having anything intrude on it. I guess I could try to put some of these back. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we can't have that many. And I'll just try it again. But this is how you're going to want to do it. Just like so. And it did burn a little bit longer the last time. Oh, nope. I mean, we got one thing off of it there. So I don't know what's going on here. I mean, that's it's kind of strange. So I guess I'm gonna have to talk to Kevin on that and kind of unfortunately put things at a standstill, because we can't really progress until we get that up and going. And unfortunately, for some reason, something's off here. So, but before we wrap up the episode, I did want to show you guys. I mentioned earlier about claiming your chunks. If you go into inventory here, and you click on the claimed chunks here in the upper left hand corner, you can see where you are and where your chunks are, where you want to have your homestead be. In order to claim them, you just left click and it'll claim all of your chunks here. So then if something were to happen, an explosion or something, it's not going to destroy your base. It could just possibly kill you if it's close enough. Now, if you right click, it'll undo it for you. So you right click it and it unselects it if you wanted to. And then if you shift left click, it'll give you a chunk loaded one as well. So you could just load all those bad boys in that you want to have chunk loaded or not. I mean, early game, it doesn't all that much matter. I am a little bit concerned about this bad boy though. So we'll have to see what's going on with that before our next episode. But we're going to wrap it up there. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below, or better yet, leave me a comment. Let me know what you're feeling on this series. If you want to see more of it, if you want to see the progression, or if you're feeling something different, we can always mix it up. I am completely open. I do enjoy this mod pack, but obviously I enjoy Minecraft in general, so I don't mind what we play. If you do want to follow me over on Twitch, I have that link in the description like I mentioned at the start of the episode, and I do have a link to my Discord down there as well. To find this mod pack, like I mentioned, you want to go to the Curse Forge extension on Twitch, and you can find it there. But other than that, guys, thank you for sticking through till the end. I appreciate it so very much. I will catch you all in the next episode. Thanks. Bye.